ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि। Hare Krishna. So after beautiful bhajans from all of you, thank you to everyone for making it today. Though it's a weekday like I said before, but it's always, we all celebrate Janmashtami in our home. But it is very, very auspicious when we come together to celebrate the day for the Lord. If we have the birthday party, how we want to celebrate it. We don't want to sit at home and just celebrate our birthday alone. We do throw a party. We want people around. So it's Krishna's appearance day. It should be a big party for Krishna. So that's why we should come together and celebrate the festivals like Janmashtami, Radhashtami. So now we will hear. It's the time for Krishna Katha, like I always say. Srila Prabhupada used to say this, that no program is complete without Krishna Katha. So he used to say it as sandwich methodology. He used to say that every program starts with Kirtan, ends with Kirtan, and in between there should be Krishna Katha. Why Kirtan in the beginning? To build the mood, to build the vibes, to have the right sattva guna around to understand the Krishna Katha. Because we come from different situation of life and it's difficult to grasp Krishna Katha. So that's why Kirtan is very important in the beginning. And why Kirtan at the end? After hearing Krishna Katha, we have built the sattva now. We are in the mood of bhakti, and then when we do the Kirtan, we feel the bliss. So Krishna Katha is very, very important. It is not that these pastimes of Lord Krishna we don't know. We all know these pastimes. And like children, many times when I tell them story, they just start hopping. I know this, I know this, I know this. So even we are like that, even adults are like that. The moment we say, okay, Putna Vad, Kaliya Vad, I know this, what's new in this? We know these pastimes, but we don't understand these pastimes. We don't know how to meditate on this pastime. When Shukdev Goswami, he was speaking Bhagavatam, that time in the assembly of sages, even Narad Muni was sitting there to hear Bhagavatam from him. Now who is Narad Muni? Narad Muni is Guru of Vedavyas, and Vedavyas is Guru and father of Shukdev Goswami. So Narad Muni in a way is Guru of Shukdev Goswami. Still when Shukdev Goswami was speaking, Narad Muni was sitting and enjoying the pastime because Narad Muni is a pure devotee. He understands, he wants to hear Krishna Katha always. So that should be our mood, that should be our desire to hear about Krishna, to speak about Krishna. When we speak about Krishna, our tongue gets purified. When we hear about Krishna, our ears, our brain, our intellect, everything gets purified. So more than speaking, those who are hearing, they are more fortunate. I'm less fortunate because I'm just speaking, and whatever I'm gonna speak is what I have heard from my senior Vaishnavas, and I'm going to repeat their words. There's nothing new. I have no capability to add anything to it, so I'm gonna reiterate everything, whatever I have heard from them. So today is Janmashtami, appearance day of Lord Krishna. So why Lord appeared? So once there was lots of miscreants who were troubling Mother Earth, and Mother Earth approached Lord Brahma to help her, and Brahma in turn took her to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu promised to Mother Earth that I will appear to take care, kill all the miscreants, and take care of you. But why Krishna needs to appear? Krishna, just by one glance, just by looking once, he can kill all the miscreants. He need not to come. He need not to descend to planet Earth just for killing the miscreants. So why Krishna comes? Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma. And Lord Brahma's day is not like us. Lord Brahma's day is very, very big. It's millions of years. So he comes just once. So why Krishna comes? More than killing the miscreants, he comes to fulfill the desire of the devotees, because devotees want to be in the pastime of Krishna. There are many, many devotees who attain that level of love, who attain that level of bhakti, that they just desire that Krishna, I want to be in one of your pastimes. I want to be in one of your Leela. So because these devotees have this desire, Krishna comes. Now Krishna's pastimes are eternal. It is happening in spiritual world always. And also my Guru Maharaj says that in material world, it is continuously happening in one of the planet. There are many millions of universes according to Srimad Bhagavatam, and there are millions of earthly planets. So Krishna is doing his pastime even now in one of the planets. So devotees desire that when I leave my body, let me be in any of that material world or in any of the spiritual world. I really don't care. All I want is to be in your eternal pastime. That's the desire of the devotees. They don't want anything else. To fulfill that desire, Krishna comes. So that's the real meaning why we say Krishna. Why Krishna need to come? Sometimes people who challenge Krishna's authority, they say, oh, Krishna needs to come personally, how powerful he is. He need not to come personally. He comes just to bless the devotees. So once there were devotees, similar kind of devotees who had this desire to be in Krishna's pastime. So these devotees, they were Prishni and Sutapa. They meditated, they worshipped Lord for a long time, and when Lord appeared, they asked for a benediction that I want to be, we want to be your parents, Krishna. Krishna gave them a benediction that not just once, I become your son in 3 lifetimes. So Krishna appeared to them as Prishni Garbha in the first life. Second, he appeared to them as Vamana Deva. His name was Upendra, but because he was short-heighted, he was called as Vaman Deva, as a son of Aditi. And in the third life, they became Devaki and Vasudeva. And then Krishna came in his eternal existing, that's actual form of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. He appeared in his true form as Lord Krishna. So when Krishna appeared, Devaki Vasudeva was in jail. And they were having lots of trouble and torture from Kamsa that time. But still Devaki and Vasudeva were calm, composed, because they were pure devotees. Nothing was affecting them. But still, when Krishna appeared in form of in his Chaturbhuj form, he appeared first in front of Vasudeva. And when Devaki Vasudeva saw that form, they became mesmerized. They accepted that this is not a normal human. He is the Supreme Lord himself. And at that time, Lord instructed Vasudeva that just go and praise me in the shelter of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Ma in Gokul. Just to follow Krishna's instruction, immediately Vasudeva followed. His shackles, chains, everything fell off, and then he was ready to take Krishna away. So I was hearing this from one of the acharyas. They very nicely described this. We all have seen how Vasudev's chains fell off. But there is a deep reason, there is a deep meditation for all of us. What's there for us to understand from that? So this jail represents this material world. So we all are like Devaki and Vasudeva. We are in this material world. We are having continuous some kind of suffering which is always there. And what are these chains which Vasudeva and Devaki had? So these chains are our anarthas. We are born with anarthas. Lust, anger, greed. So many anarthas we have, and these are our chains. Biggest anartha is desire, biggest chain, the thickest chain. So these all anarthas are what is holding us in the jail. And when will these chains fall off? When Krishna will appear in our heart. Krishna is always in our heart. It's just we don't have the sukriti, we don't have the desire to hear Krishna. He is continuously talking. We don't want to hear his voice because his voice is, we don't find many times it's enjoyable. Sometimes we feel it's difficult to follow. So we keep on suppressing that voice. But Krishna is inside. But when Krishna actually manifests, when we say Krishna manifests in our heart, is when we actually get the ears, the eyes, to see Krishna, to hear Krishna, to become his puppet. It's not Krishna loves making us puppet. We are Krishna's children. Why will he make us puppet? We don't make our children puppet, right? So Krishna will not make us that puppet. But if there are two children and one is obedient, one is not, naturally parents are more affectionate, biased towards the one who is obedient. So similarly, Krishna appears, and when we get that ears, the desire, when we get that desire to be with Krishna, that's the time these chains will fall off. So these chains have, let's go into the meditation mode. Vasudeva is there in the jail, chains are gone. He is keeping baby Krishna in the bucket and is about to start. Mother Devaki is ready to let go of her son just because the Lord instructed. Vasudeva starts taking Lord. He's walking, he's trying to cross the flooded river, Yamuna. Anantashesha appears to give protection to Krishna. And Krishna is beautifully smiling. He is not crying like a normal baby. He is smiling. He is sucking his toe thumb. This is a very famous picture we all have seen when baby Krishna is on a big leaf, it a Vatavraksha leaf. He is lying there and he's sucking his toe, holding and he's this eternal form of Krishna. This is also one of the eternal form of Krishna. Once it happened that Markandeya Muni, when there was a devastation, when there was end of the world, he had a benediction that he will not die. Everyone will go away, but he will not die. So he was in the water of inundation. He was struggling. It was so painful. It's not a one day of water or 2 days. For years, millions of years, entire night of Lord Brahma, entire universe gets flooded. So he was struggling in that water alone. But then he found an island where there was a Vatavraksh. Vatavraksh is a banyan tree. And in that tree, between two leaves, on one leaf he saw a baby who was blue in color, who had big white eyes, and he had a beautiful smile, and he was sucking his toe. Just looking at that image, that view, he forgot everything, whatever this Markandeya Muni was going through. He reached the island and then he stayed at that island until the creation took place again. So that is the eternal form of Krishna. Krishna always remain in that form as well. So in this form, Krishna is there in the basket and Vasudeva is taking him to Gokula. There is one beautiful stotra Bilva Mangal Thakur has written. It's composed by him. It's called Damodaram Stotram. That stotram also describes this beautiful form of Krishna. The first two verses of this stotram goes like Kararavinde napadarvindam Mukharvinde viniveshayantam Vatasya patrasya puje shayanam Balam mukundam manasa smarami Kararvinde napadarvindam Mukharvinde viniveshayantam Kararvinde, Arvind means lotus, whose kar means hand, whose hands are like lotus. Kararvinde, Napadarvindam, who is holding his feet, which are also like lotus. Mukharvinde, and where he is taking to his mouth. And then Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam. Vatasya means Vatavraksha is a banyan tree. Patras is a leaf. Puteshayanam, he is sleeping there. Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami. Let me remember that beautiful form of Krishna always in my heart. Kararvinde napadarvindam Mukharvinde viniveshayantam Vatasya patrasya pude shayanam Balam mukundam manasa smarami Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Jigve Pivasve Mritame Tadeva Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So many names. This is the second verse of this one. So many names of Lord, he says. And then what he says? Jihve Pivasve Mritame Tadeva. Jive means tongue. Pivasve means to drink. Amrit means the nectar. Let me drink the nectar of your holy names. Always, be it Damodar, Govinda, Madhava. In whatever name, you are there. Let me just take your names. Let my tongue always recite these names. Such a beautiful meditation on these words. It is very important that we chant the names of the Lord. Chanting can be done in many ways. We can do kirtan, we can do japa. Japa is when we do it alone, slowly. Kirtan is when we come together, take the names of the Lord, what we are doing right now. Ajapa is also one thing when we take the names of the Lord in the mind. And what is other way? When we hear Krishna's pastime or when we talk about Krishna. All these are the ways on which our tongue should be used. We should try not to talk anything other than Krishna. It is difficult. It is really, really difficult, but we can try. We can try as much as possible so that Krishna remains in our consciousness. So it's a very beautiful stotram. I'll just sing this. I'm not sure if you can follow me, but the second verse, that's pretty famous. So we all can sing that together. Kararavinde napadarvindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam vatasya patrasya puti shayanam balam mukundam manasa smaram. Now we'll sing together. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Jiduve Jivasve Mritame Tareva Govinda Damodara Madhavi. Further, there is a verse. I'm just going into this stotram for some reason. So there is one more verse in the same stotram which says, Sukhavasane idumeva saram, Dukhavasane idumeva geyam, Dehavasane idumeva japyam, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Sukhavasane idumeva saram. Whenever there is happiness, you are the end of that happiness. You are the sar of that happiness. Sar means summary. You are the reason for that happiness. I don't want that happiness in which you are not there. Dukkhavasane idumeva geyam. In distress also, it's you whose glory I should sing. If there is a distress coming upon me, there is a reason behind it, and then also I should sing your glories. That is very beautiful. And last, the third line, which is my favorite, is Dehavasane idameva japyam. Dehavasane means at the time of death, let my tongue take your name, Krishna. Allow my tongue to take your name. Allow my consciousness to think about you. Allow my every sense to think about you at the time of the death. Dehavasane idameva japyam. And what will I do? The japa. Japyam means japa. What will I do? Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. And how this will happen? It is not easy. It is, Acharya says it is not easy at the time of death to remember Krishna. We will remember everything but not Krishna. However big devotee we think ourselves, but probably we don't even think we need to be devotee. We are happy. we are happy without being devotee. That's another problem. But even if we think we are devotees, really, really very difficult to think about Krishna at the time of death. So for that we have to pray to Krishna every day that let me think about you at the time of death and how it will happen. So Acharya says, Srila Prabhupada says, my Guru Maharaj says, this life is a practice. It's a practice session going on, like we have practice session for so many things. Tomorrow children are going to perform dramas on the Krishna Leela. So they had so many practice sessions. They had a month-long practice sessions. For what? Just 2 hours of show tomorrow. So the practice session is much, much bigger than actual show. So actual show is death. And at the time of death, what will come out is depending on what kind of practice sessions we are going through. So this is very important. Children, you are young, you have time, but for us, we have passed half of our life, more than half of our life. Still we have not started the practice. But the desire to start the practice should come so that we are able to remember Krishna. Why should I remember Krishna? It's okay, I'm fine. That is a problem, because if we don't remember Krishna, we'll come back to this jail again and we will have shackles like Vasudeva Maharaj again, shackles of our anarthas. So now Krishna is being taken in the basket, he is going. So Krishna's age is divided like into different sections. So Balyavastha is generally till 5 years of age, is called as Balyavastha. In this age, Krishna has a particular form. He is blue, yes. It is said his name is also Neel Kamal because he is blue and soft like lotus. He has big white eyes. So Krishna's eyes are white. These are not imagination or made up words. The devotees, the acharyas who are able to see Krishna in their meditation, they have written this for us because we don't have that eye, we don't have that meditation where we know how Krishna looks. So for us, they have given all these details. It's a detail, lots of details given. Why? So that what we can imagine, we can actually meditate on it. If we don't know how Krishna looks, it's very difficult to meditate. It's very difficult to meditate on a void or nothing or wall or I don't know what all kind of meditation. But if we know the form of Krishna, it is very easy to meditate on that form. And we should know the correct form of Krishna. That's why it is important we know how Krishna looks like. So he has big white eyes. His feet are like lotus, pinkish. Then Krishna grows old. He is in Gokul. Now he is 5 years old. So this age of Krishna is called Pauganda. And 5 to 10 is that stage where Krishna grows very fast. He is not like us. He is actually, when he was 8 years, he used to look like a young boy. So he was growing, and now the time when he started actually putting the peacock feather. So we see so many pictures in which Krishna is having feather and all, but actually he started putting feather when he started going out in the forest. So he started picking the feather. He used to decorate his hair. He used to make a bun from the long hair. It is said Krishna's hair used to come till his waist. Such a long hair Krishna. And so when he used to sit, actually he used to sit on his hair. That long hair Krishna has. So then he started tying the hair, started decorating with peacock feather. He started wearing one mala at this stage because he's going to forest. So he's wearing one mala. Then further he grows and now he's becoming more youthful. It's called Kishora Avastha. So this is the time when Krishna is still blue, but it is said his complexion gets darker at this time. Earlier he was bit, not that dark. Now he becomes dark as cloud. That's why one of the name is Neela Megha. We have someone here with the same name, Neela Megha. So that's the time when he he gets that complexion of clouds, the dark complexion, when he is in the Kishora Avastha. And this is the time when his eyes starts becoming bit pinkish from white. Earlier they were like white, now it is more pinkish. So his complexion is changing, his eyes are changing. And this is the time Krishna starts wearing Vaijanti Mala. So we all have heard Vaijanti Mala. What is Vaijanti Mala? Vaijanti Mala is nothing but it's a combination of 5 kinds of flowers which Krishna used to love, like Tulsi, lotus, parijat, kunja. There are 5 kinds of flowers that combined together makes Vaijanti Mala. And Vaijanti Mala is not short. Vaijanti Mala is really long. It comes till Krishna's knees. That long garland Krishna loves. Who makes these garland for him? Gopis makes these garland. Radharani makes this garland. So if we visit the temple, we see many times Radharani holding a garland in her hand. So what is that garland? She is actually making garland for Krishna every day. Not every day, for every Muhurat she is making the different garlands. So this form of Krishna is said to be most beautiful. Then Krishna gets the full youth and Krishna never gets old. That's the final stage Krishna remains in. So on our planet Earth, he was there for 125 years. But he was always youthful. Though he had great grandchildren by that time, but Krishna stayed, looked young because that's his eternal form. So that's where Krishna's growth or the bodily changes stops. But the most beautiful pastime of so many pastime are there. There is Mathura Leela, Vrindavan Leela, Dwarika Leela. So many places Krishna did his pastime. But which is the favorite for all the devotees are his Vrindavan Leelas, which he performed as a child until he left for Mathura. So Vrindavan pastime is most pleasing for the devotees. So devotees can have any mood, can have any bhava for Krishna. Some can naturally love Krishna as parents like Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj. Some can love Krishna as friend. Some can love Krishna as servant like Hanumanji. And some have the conjugal affection like Radharani or Gopis for Krishna. So if mood changes from soul to soul, we all have our one particular mood. It will be revealed to us with time, with more practice. We all have one, we are born with one particular mood. Not born, we are eternally with that mood. It's just we are yet to identify that mood. But the most beautiful pastime of Krishna are the pastimes in Vrindavan. So tomorrow we are going to have the dramas on the Vrindavan Leela of Krishna only. So we will meditate more tomorrow on this when these children will be performing there on these pastimes. So Krishna's pastimes are eternal, most beautiful, most close to the heart when his pastimes are with Radharani. So that's the form devotees want to hold in their heart. Narottam Das, one of the very famous, not famous, I won't say, devotees are generally not famous. One of the very great devotee, Narottam Das, he was a prince and he gave up everything. He renounced everything and he lived in Vrindavan. So this Narottam Das, he wrote one very beautiful prayer, a song. He was actually a good poet. So for the Vrindavan pastime, he wrote Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora Jivane Marane Gati Radnahi Mora Jivane Marane Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna are my life, their eternal form. Whether I am living or whether I am dying, He is only my shelter. That's what this song is all about. And at the end he says, Seva Bhilasha Kare Narutamada. Seva Bhilasha Kare, that means I only desire that I get your service, Krishna, I get your service, Radharani. One has to be very fortunate to get the service of Radha and Krishna. We feel that we are serving Krishna, we are serving Radharani, but if Krishna doesn't allow, more than Krishna, if Radharani doesn't allow, we can't serve Krishna and Radha. So we have to be very, very fortunate to get the service of Radha Krishna. So Narottam Das, he himself is a very great devotee. Still he is saying, Seva Bhilasha Kare Narottam Das. He is staying in Vrindavan. He has given up everything, but still he is saying, Abhilasha means I desire that I get your service. We are not yet there. It is a long way to get service in the eternal pastime of Radha and Krishna. But we can always pray. When we sing these bhajans, when we sing these prayers, it's our request through these big devotees, because they have sung these bhajans, these prayers are sanctified, have the devotion in it. So when we sing these prayers, that's the time. There is a hope for us. Because if I sing anything, it has no power. It may look good in music, it may have good words, but it doesn't have the devotional power which is infused by these devotees. So let's try to sing this one. It's a simple one, it's a Bengali, but just 2 lines if we can sing together. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Jivane Marane Gati Arnahi Mora. Jivane Marane Gati Arnahi Mora. Radha Krishna Prana Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Let's sing from heart, everyone. Let's try. This is a very, very powerful prayer. On the day of Janmashtami, we all can sing this together. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Jivane Marane Gati Arnahi Mora. Jivane Marane Gati Arnahi Mora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. I'll stop talking here because we have Abhishek to do. And before Abhishekam, I would like to sing one bhajan, which is my favorite. I mean, so many are my favorite. This is just because our Radha and Krishna are now going to get Abhishekam. So before that, this is called as Yugalashtakam. When they are together, beauty of Yugalastakam is one thing good about Krishna, other thing good about Radharani. It's like a competition in this song. So it's very beautiful. Let's sing this, let's hear this, and then we will start the Abhishekam. Krishna Premamai Radha, Radha Premamayo Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Krishna Dravyamai Radha, Radha Dravyamano Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Krishna Pranamai Radha, Radha Pranamayo Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Krishna Dravamai Radha, Radha Dravamayo Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Krishna Devi Sita Radha, Radha Devi Sito Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Krishna Chitta Sita Radha, Radha Chitta Sito Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Neelambara Dhara Radha, Pitambara Dharo Hari, Jivanena Dhanene Nityam, Radha Krishna Gatir Mama, Vrindavaneshwari Radha, Krishna Vrindavaneshwara, Jivanena Dhanene Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare On Janmashtami we can't give anything to Krishna. Generally when it's a birthday, we give gifts to the child or whoever's birthday we celebrate. We can't give anything to Krishna. We are such a big beggars that even on his birthday we have to beg from him. All we can ask for is a return gift. We have nothing to give him. We have to just beg for his mercy. Beg for the mercy from Radharani that please allow us to chant your name. It's very easy, at the same time it is very difficult. Make this chanting easy for my tongue who is used to of talking everything else except your name. We have to pray. So on this Janmashtami, all of us, all of you, you are special, you are fortunate. Krishna has called each and every one of you here. It's not easy. So many must have registered for today's program, but it's not easy. We can register by clicking a link, but when we can come here, it's only when Krishna allows us to come. We have to pray to Krishna to give us that love. One last time, let's sing this from our heart, putting all our prayers. Let go of everything we have, the trouble from work, health, family, friends. Let's think about only Krishna and Radha in this Mahamantra once and chant their name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's difficult for children to stop chanting because they have more pure heart than us. So they were still chanting. So now we will start with the
Mataji, before you start Abhishek, one thing we can